In just the first 4 months of 2026, the technology sector has cut over 100,000 workers. To put that in perspective, that single 4-month window matches the total number of layoffs for the entirety of 2025. When you look at the justification for these cuts, nearly 48% of companies are now explicitly citing artificial intelligence as the primary driver of their workforce reductions. Massive players are leading the charge. Meta recently cut 8,000 roles to lean out middle management, while Oracle is currently executing a restructure that could reach 30,000 positions. The public narrative is being framed as a machine-driven contraction of the human workforce. It is a story designed to make the modern applicant feel obsolete before they even hit apply. But the official explanation ignores a crucial secondary mechanism being used to reduce headcount: the return-to-office mandate. At Paramount Skydance, 600 employees chose to quit rather than comply with a 5-day-a-week in-office requirement. This outcome is often the goal. 25% of executives privately admit that RTO mandates are used as a passive tool to force attrition without paying out severance. Using AI as a public smokescreen allows leadership to camouflage these more traditional cost-cutting measures. The system uses specific friction to hide the true intent of the executive suite. This is the era of AI washing. A CEO announces a sweeping transformation, the stock price ticks up in response to the perceived efficiency, and the company looks decisive in the eyes of shareholders. Jack Dorsey ran this exact playbook at Block. He cut 4,000 jobs, nearly 40% of his staff, and doubled down on the idea that AI would replace the middle management layer of the business. The production data tells a different story. Reports from inside Block show that 95% of AI-generated code changes still require manual human modification before they can be deployed. While these tools can generate raw output, they cannot navigate complex compliance constraints or manage the edge cases found in regulated banking environments. When you remove the human staff required to review machine output, the production pipeline stalls. This so-called AI transformation creates a massive bottleneck where direct human intervention remains the only possible way to ship reliable, working code. This chart shows the fallout. According to Forrester, 55% of employers who executed AI-driven cuts already regret the decision. That regret is fueling a correction. Roughly 35% of those companies are already quietly rehiring for the exact roles they just cut. To maintain the CEO's original narrative, these backfills are heavily disguised. Companies post the same responsibilities under entirely new job titles, and in many cases, lower compensation bands. This recycling program creates a specific opportunity for candidates who look past the headlines. The market isn't disappearing. It is reshuffling under a layer of corporate camouflage. To enter this rehire wave, you have to survive the automated systems that companies use to filter the resulting surge of applicants. Complete digital alignment is now a requirement. 92% of recruiters check a candidate's LinkedIn profile as a standard part of their vetting process. The window to make an impression is extremely narrow. 87% of these profile checks happen within 6 seconds of a recruiter scanning your resume. If your resume and your LinkedIn profile mismatch by a single word or a single month of employment, you get flagged. In many systems, this triggers an automated rejection. Consistency is the primary gatekeeper. Your actual qualifications and talent only become relevant once you have cleared this initial data matching scan. To exploit this, build a watch list of the companies that made public AI layoff announcements in the first quarter. Check their career pages every 2 weeks for those camouflaged backfills. Shift your focus toward applied AI verticals, where capital is still being deployed. Companies like Mentlify, Factory, and Loop are hiring for specialized roles that value the human context the machine can't replicate. In the interview, flip the perspective. Ask the hiring manager, what is the one thing your AI tooling still can't do that you need humans for? Their answer identifies exactly where their company is hurting post-layoff. Surviving this market requires moving away from mass applications. By deploying a cold analytical system, you can capitalize on corporate backpedaling and find the roles the theater was designed to hide.